Alright guys, welcome back to Airguns Extreme. Here today we're going to go over how I got the Umarex gauntlet to shoot really good groups out to 50 and 75 yards. From the factory over what I did to it to get it to do really good. From factory I was looking at about a 1-inch group at 75 yards, about quarter-inch group at 50, and closer was just a dime size. So the gun's definitely accurate, close range out to about 50 yards. But once you get past 50 yards, without the right tune and the right stuff, I'm gonna tell you guys what I did to it. You won't be able to get good groups. And if you do what I did, past 50 yards, you'll get groups like this, such as this right here. This is a 50-yard group right here. And that's like crazy out of this gun. And it's continued to do this at 75 yards and beyond. I mean, I haven't pushed it out past 75 yet, but with that being said, it's only shooting roughly about 800 feet per second with the pellet. So, that fluctuates a little bit in the speed and how accurate it is. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I did to the gun to get it to shoot really good. These are the things that you can do to get it to shoot good. First off is your optic. A lot of people, they want a top-end optic on their gun. This right here is the Spectrum scope, first focal plane, 4 to 12 by 44 power. It's a great little scope for a gun like this. So this scope right now is running about $100 and something. I think when they were on sale, they were like 90. And this scope with this combo is just amazing. I didn't buy it as a combo. I just bought the gun and then I added my own optic on it. Like I said before, we went into detail, but it already comes with a barrel band, stuff like that. But now to get into it, like we said before, it's a Marauder style magazine. Well, these Marauder style mags, they're all right. With softer lead pellets, when you go to shoot, you rack the bolt back forward and down and shoot. Well, what happens is that bolt slams, this magazine rotates and it slams the next pellet into the bolt probe, and then it dents it. Like you guys can see right there that pellet next is dented up a little bit. That's because of the probe. So yeah, with these Marauder style mags, I don't like them, but I had them shooting really good out of this gun. So with that being said, the factory bolt probe O-rings, they were junk right out of the box. I was like getting ready to return the gun because of it. And I was getting, anywhere between like a 1-inch group past 30 yards and farther. And I was just like, nope, this ain't gonna happen. If I can't shoot a gun PCP accurate past 30 yards, or if it doesn't show potential at 35 yards, then to me, it's not a gun that's gonna be, whacking animals, and, it's not gonna be a target gun. And I don't believe in shooting these PCPs and sighting them in at 25 yards. I like sighting them in for 35 because then I can find my first and second zero, and then usually it comes up about a half mil at 50, depending on the pellet. But anyway, so I took out the factory O-rings, and I want you guys to go over to STKO, and he makes these O-rings for the bolt probe, for the gauntlet and the Origin. Right now, I did talk to him the other day. He's trying to figure out for the 25s gauntlet and the 177 gauntlet, and he's going to start selling them. And so if you guys want one, just go over there, contact him, say, hey, I have an Umarex gauntlet 22, and he charges like 10 bucks, and he pays the shipping to get them out to you. I mean, he helped me out with it, and like I said, James, I appreciate everything you've done. But anyway, so the bolt probe O-ring is not a standard O-ring such as the little skinny ones. His O-ring is actually covers it up in one piece. and it's yellow. It's a little dirty right now, but it's yellow, and you guys can see that it actually fills up that whole slot. There used to be 2 right there. Well, ever since I put that on, I can get dime-sized groups out to 75 yards with this gun. And with that being said, that's amazing. So it took the gun from where I was about ready to return the gun because of it being inaccurate, and you know, I wasn't getting full 60 shots out of the gun because I was getting a slow leak when the bolt probe O-rings. So with that being said, that's what got me a group like that, was because of his O-ring delete kit on the bolt probe. And then that was 75 yards the other day. There's 5 shots right there, the first one, and then there's 2 or 3 went in there, and then the final one dropped right there, which is, you know, a minute of a squirrel, a minute of a bird. And another thing is that was with 16 grain air arm pellet. So, you know, a lot of you might say, well, you know, I can't find those pellets right now, and you know, but yeah, these are the pellets right here that shoot really good out of this gun, is the 16 grain Diablo Field. For close range, I'm going to be doing a review with these next, but for close range under 50 yards, these Barracuda 18s, they're 18 grain pellet, and they shoot really good out of the gauntlet. So does the Crosman hollow points and Crosman dome. So with that being said, I would go over to STKO and go say, hey, I'd like to buy one of your O-rings and try them out. Everybody's been buying them for the Origins, and they're getting great results with them. I had it on my Origin, and I was getting the same accuracy, you know, with the Origin like I am with the Gauntlet with his O-ring. And this was the group right here from factory O-rings, and this is only 35 yards. And you guys can see a big difference in his O-ring versus the factory O-ring. And you know, it's just lights out. And the gun sounds different with his O-ring. It doesn't have, even though the Gauntlet's already quiet as is, but actually it's got like a little pinging noise, and it sounds like a little bit like a FX to me. The way with his O-ring in there is just lights out. So that being said, guys, I would definitely go over there, check him out, email him, and tell him that you would like to get an O-ring for the Gauntlet. Right now, he doesn't have any in 25 yet. He's working on them, and I think he's also working on 177. But as of right now, he also got them for the Avengers. So if you guys have any of the Air Venturi Avengers, he also makes them for them too. So anyways, guys, that's it. Like I said, that's just, you know, I wanted to show you guys, hey, that his O-ring does work on the bolt probe and what you guys can expect out of it. So anyways, guys, that's it. We're out of here. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video with the accuracy with the 16 grain pellet, so that'll be in the future here. So anyways, guys, that's it. You're watching Airguns Extreme. We'll see you on the next one.